Supersonic planes. That sounds interesting. That sounds futuristic. But what could you tell us for the consumers that are a little more uninformed or don't exactly know what that means back at home?
Yeah, of course. So we've always seen supersonic planes, whether it was in the movies or in action figures or even comic books. But what we've seen is that they travel really fast. It's almost like a superpower. But now this is actually real, not only for the military, but for the consumer. The consumer will be able to travel anywhere with a lick of a second. So for example, right now, if a consumer wanted to travel from New York to London, it will take them roughly 7 hours. But with our plane, the Boom Overture, you'll be able to travel there in roughly 3 to 3.5 hours.
Now, this all sounds great for the future, and I know that you're breaking ground in Greensboro, but how will this construction affect not only the day-to-day life of the people living in the city, but also the people traveling out of the airport?
Okay, so we're building this this facility at Piedmont Triad International. And it actually was going to be in the back half of the airport. So consumers that are just going to the airport to travel as normal will not see the facility whatsoever or experience any of the delays that may come from it. They just won't see it at all. But with special access, they have the ability to take a tour and visit the site if they are interested.
So just to clarify, this will not negatively affect the day-to-day life of people living in the city for going to work and things like that, and also people traveling through the airport, such as like a connection flight, will not be deterred from the construction.
Yeah,
of the airport.
absolutely. So the regular flyers will not see this or experience any of the delays that come from it. If anything, this will actually bring more jobs to Greensboro and the Triad area. By 2030, we will have brought almost 2,000 jobs to the Triad City. This will provide many jobs, but not only jobs, services to the businesses that are surrounding, whether that be restaurants, attorney offices, anything. We'll be supplying a lot of jobs, and also these will have skills that will be higher skill level than the current jobs that we have now. So people getting out of the colleges and the surrounding areas will have great job opportunities right within their area.
Now, all of this sounds great, but the critics are saying that what if just like a number of other pretty big projects, the construction takes a halt or turns into a never-ending project, and if, like you said, the jobs, how will this affect the traffic in the area?
Okay, so this won't affect any of the traffic surrounding the Greensboro area or anywhere in the Triad. Once we're on the site of Piedmont Triad International, we'll be able to do the construction in the back end area of the airport. This really will just bring jobs and prosperity to the Triad area, and consumers won't expect to be delayed from this whatsoever.
And for some people just tuning in, if they're just tuning into the interview, what is the biggest takeaway that you would like for people to have from this?
The biggest takeaway is that North Carolina is known and founded by the Wright brothers who started their plane in the first in flight in this state. And that's what we decided when we were having a discussion of where do we want to build the supersonic plane Overture. We decided that we want to bring it back to its roots. If the first plane in flight was in North Carolina, let it be that the first supersonic plane in flight for the consumers be in North Carolina as well.
Well, I'd like to thank you so much for talking with us today, and we're looking forward to the future.
Sure, absolutely. Excited to be here.